Welcome back, everyone. Coach, whenever you're ready.
I'm going to hit you guys on injuries real quick from yesterday. C.J. Uzama, he's dealing with his with an MCL. He's out, and he'll go to IR. Brownlee's dealing with an ankle. We'll see how that goes over the course of the week. Perion Winfrey, he is out in IR with the left foot. I'm not going to get into detail what these injuries are, but Perion and CJ are extensive. Brownlee, we'll see.
Robert, have you decided on a quarterback this week?
No, I'm still not there yet.
Robert, can you comment at all on the report today that Zach Wilson, and the accuracy of the report that Zach Wilson is reluctant to play?
Well, let's be clear. If he was reluctant to play, guys, he wouldn't be here. All right. I actually, coincidentally, just got done speaking with him. He came in about a half hour ago, and we had a really good conversation. The young man wants the ball. He wants to start. He believes he's the best quarterback in the room and best quarterback for this team and the guy who gives us the best chance to win. And I'll tell you guys the same thing I told him. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that he wants to play. I'm just not there yet.
Robert, what does it look like trying to get there? If the name of starting quarterback is this, are they need to mull over with Joe, with Nathaniel, with?
No, yeah. Obviously, I'm going to include everybody, but at the same time, I want to make sure nobody is acting emotionally. I want to make sure we're making the right decision for this organization and team moving forward, and making sure that the guy who is best ready to play is on the football field, and we're just trying to find a way to win a football game, and whoever does that, I just want to make sure we cross our T's, dot our I's, and make the best decision possible.
You spoke to Zach a short time ago, Robert. Typically you wouldn't, what was the goal of the conversation? Were you feeling him out about whether he wants to start, or why would you bring him in if you didn't have an answer yet on who the starting quarterback is?
No, he came into me. I didn't call him. He came into me. He wants the ball. And like I told him, I just said I'm not there yet. I still have some process I need to go through.
So you're saying he expressed to you no reluctance whatsoever about playing this week?
I'll never share all my discussions that I have with players. I'm just telling you guys he wants the ball.
Robert, is it simply a decision of best chance to win, or are there other factors with where you guys are record-wise and the options? Is it more than just who gives you the best chance to win this week, or is it that simple?
It's who gives us the best chance to win. It's that simple.
Robert, did you have a previous conversation with Zach about this week before the one a little while ago?
I'm always engaged as often as I can with all the quarterbacks, and so just obviously we spoke after the Buffalo game, and again a couple days later to just make sure he's continuing with this process and staying engaged, and because it's normal for quarterback if he does get benched, if you will, to kind of fall asleep at the wheel, if you will, and just to make sure he's staying engaged. I thought he had a really good couple of weeks with Nicolini and the strength crew, and just staying deliberate. But those are about the extent of the conversations.
Robert, is there any concern with Zach in terms of like the mental side of things, where starting gets benched if he were to go back in again, like the back and forth kind of thing? Like, is there any concern with that side of things?
Empathetically, I'm sure there would be. We had this story last year. And I think it's different. I think last year he truly lost confidence in himself. I think this year, as demonstrated by what I just witnessed a half hour ago, he knows damn well he should be on the football field, and so I think it's different.
Robert, we're asking a lot of questions about Zach. Did the other two? I assume Trevor and Tim both feel like they want the ball too.
I'm sure they do, and I'm sure if I talked to them, they wanted to. And like I said, that's why I'm going through this process and just making sure I make the best decision possible for the organization.
So how do you think they played yesterday in regards to the game?
Yeah, Timmy, he did some good things. Obviously, there's always going to be things you want back as a quarterback, as any player, offense, defense, special teams, and there are definitely some big time plays that I think we left out there. We had some opportunities at some explosive momentum changing plays, and he hit on a couple, missed on a couple, and that's going to happen. But at the end of the day, you know, we got to score points. We got to find something to get the ball in the end zone. And I thought Trevor came in again, did a couple of good things, had a good drive going early on his first drive, but just stalled a couple of times, and obviously at the end of the day, it just wasn't good enough.
Elephant in the room, Robert. Is there a chance Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback on Sunday? When he talked to everybody last week, he said he was going to ramp it up, go back-to-back practices. Anything is possible. Is there a chance he's in the mix Sunday, or is that's too soon?
Well, I'm gonna piggyback on what he told you guys, and that anything's possible.
Okay.
But don't hold your breath. How about that?
Okay.
Robert, how big a factor in this decision is Zach's mobility? Because I think the other guys would admit Zach can do more with his legs than those guys. And considering you've got some rookies playing on the offensive line, you have some backups on the offensive line, just how does that factor in?
Everything's a factor. I think the best way to alleviate stress from, even though I do think the offensive line played halfway decent, I thought they did decent yesterday, is to make quick decisions, get the ball out of your hands, and then you don't have to worry about whether your offensive line can protect for 3 or 4 seconds. But so everything is all encompassing with regards to the decision.
What was your message to your team today, Robert?
Today, we didn't have the team in today. I'll talk to him on Wednesday.
Take a couple more for Coach. A couple more.
Robert, not to go back to the whole, well, I guess to go back to the whole reluctant thing. I mean, what was your original thought or takeaway when that was put on your desk? Because it did cite multiple people within the multiple jet sources or team sources.
I'll be honest. That is a very good question. Like, you guys know me. I'm always going to put myself in another person's shoes. To try to understand what they are or aren't feeling. And so you would say empathetically, like, you know, we're in a society now where kids miss bowl games because they're worried about their draft status, right? And it's just kind of, so empathetically, if that discussion had been had somewhere, again, it wasn't with me, but if that conversation was had and it somehow leaked out to the media, I don't think that's indicative of his mindset. Kid wants to play. As demonstrated by what he just did an hour ago. So, again, I don't know what to say to all of it. I'm just speaking empathetically, and if I put myself in his shoes and I played the what if game, but just understanding what goes through all these young men's head nowadays and how many voices are in their heads. But like I said, Zach wants the ball. He believes he's the best one for this team and the best player for this team and the best player to get it moving.
It's going to sound like a very blunt question, but why wouldn't you start Zach this week? I mean, considering what we've seen from the other two guys, and I don't know, he seems like the guy who gives you the best chance to win, as you said.
No, I'm just not there yet. I'll have that answer for you Wednesday, though.
Any more questions for Coach? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone. This concludes today's availability.